So huge essay, warning from a Last Origin player, stay away from Horizon Walker. Now we played this game, we saw this game a little bit the other day. So Horizon Walker is a game that features huge. So this is the gameplay, alright? This is going to be the gameplay. The other day we saw this, big shout out to I think Random Max, right? We watched the video. So this was one of the featured waifus in that game. So I was curious, right? What happened right here? So I feel like a lot of people were very positive about Last Origin, right? At least based on what I have been hearing. Like, look at that. Huge! Look at that. Is that not huge, guys? Is this not huge enough for you guys? This is huge. This is massive. But a lot of people, some players on Reddit weren't happy. So we're gonna read a little bit, right? We're gonna read a little bit and understand what is the perspective here. Because when I go to the website, all I see is huge, you know? All I see and all I care about is huge. And this is the official website, by the way. So they have all of these characters. Massive, alright? Some of them are a little bit too massive for your taste, alright? Biggest you have ever seen? I know, right? Sometimes you just have these big ones. So let's see. What is the problem about the developer then? I read the review thread the other day and I felt that I should have shared this. Throw away for obvious reasons. TLDR. Gentle Maniac, which is a developer for this game, alright, Gentle Maniac, are some of the worst developers around. They lied about roadmaps. They treated their fans like idiots. They crunched their artists into injury and they sabotaged their own game to launch their next one. Okay, that is a lot of accusations right here. That is a lot. Alright, the worst developers lying about roadmaps, treating fans like stupid idiots, crunch the artists, make sure they keep drawing until they injure themselves, sabotage their own game to launch this game. Okay. Huge accusation right here, alright? Is it true though? Because I'm looking forward to this game and I'm like, okay, look at this game, right? Even have censored and SFW, alright? How big is too big? There's a lot of censored stuff right here, right? I mean, the actual game is not censored, but just here is censored. So what could they have done that caused them to be a black company? As some of you may already know, Gentle Maniac, the developers within Horizon Walker, were originally the core team from Smart Joy, the guys who made Last Origin. Okay? This connection had people hyped for Horizon Walker. But if you have followed their history with LO, Last Origin, LO, you should know better. Don't touch anything they make with a 10-foot pole. Do not even touch it. Just ask any veteran Last Origin player, and I guarantee you'll get the same advice. Last Origin has never been drama-free, but the infamous Gentle Maniac promotional PowerPoint incident was on another level. It marked the downfall of the game and exposed the developers as complete asshats. Asshats! Okay. The full incident is very well documented on Nemu Wiki, but here's the short version. Okay, let's have the short version, alright? We don't need to see the full incident, but there's a link there. It all started in 2022 April Fool's event. Okay, the game was in content drought, so players were really looking forward to the upcoming event. Instead of delivering, the developers threw together a lazy mini event, made gameplay unbalanced, and paywall character skills behind horrible monetization. Okay, now this is not unique to this particular company. I've seen developers throw together lazy mini events before. I've seen them do unbalanced gameplay. A lot of games are like unbalanced, right? Power creep over power creep, paywall character skills. This is not like exactly new, right? Naturally, players were pissed. The developers' half-baked apologies only make things worse. Players even dug up employer reviews on Glassdoor equivalents of Korea, revealing Smart Joy as a sweatshop. Smart Joy is the developer's office, is it? They work as a sweatshop. Apparently former PD, Bok Gyu-dong, had already said the game wouldn't last long, and many developers had been reassigned to new projects since 2020. Okay, I mean that's, I think, fair, right? If the game is not going to do well and will not last long, you ideally want to like, you know, you gotta move on, right? Just like Concord shutting down, you gotta move on. You gotta make a new game. The reviews also accused Bock of setting up a new company, presumably Gentle Maniac, to work on its own game. Smart Joy claimed Gentle Maniac was their subsidiary in 2021, and players assumed they were working on new games with the Last Origin IP. Eventually, parts of the update were rolled back, and a new roadmap was laid out, promising a regular new skins, new game modes, JP collabs, and more. JP collabs, okay? Bock, now is the General Development Director, brushed off all accusations as fabricated facts and not worth addressing. But players were starting to get suspicious. Suspicious indeed. Okay. So what is this? The April Fool's debacle spread like wildfire. Last Origin's player base and public sentiment tanked, and Smart Joy's goodwill built over the 3 years evaporated overnight, gone. But the drama did not stop right there. Okay? By June and July, rumors about Smart Joy's internal chaos were rampant. Mistreated staff, mass exodus, broken promises, and resources pulled away from Last Origin. Updates fell behind schedule, and it became obvious that something was seriously wrong. In June, Bock, which is now the CEO of Gentle Maniac, put out a statement denying the rumors and threatening legal action. The statement also confirmed Gentle Maniac wasn't a Smart Joy subsidiary, but also an entirely separate studio. The committee wasn't sure what to make of it until August 19th, 2022. That night, a player found Gentle Maniac recruitment PowerPoint on a university website, and all hell broke loose. Gentle Maniac, okay, it's a new CEO of Bock. They found the PowerPoint on a university website. They are trying to recruit some interns to work for free. Okay? The PowerPoint had the usual stuff. Company intro, I assume, right? Project showcases, the basics. But then they introduced their team, and surprise, surprise, it was made up of Last Origin's core team. Uh-oh, they stole the employee just like Project KV. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you never steal the employee from the previous team. Alright, this is not how you do it. The very people Bock had denied poaching in multiple statements and interviews. They even listed Last Origin as a key achievement and claimed Project Orca, an event that originated from fan arts and largely promoted by its fanbase, as their own creation. That rubbed the community in the wrong way. But what really blew things up was this quote. Okay, this quote right here. The initial negative community reaction to the surveys was reversed into a very friendly reaction through continued user-friendly responses. A strong fandom for the development team is a very powerful weapon in starting a subculture. A strong fanbase will organically follow when releasing new games. Okay, I don't see anything wrong. So he's trying to say like, if the fanbase like Last Origin, they will follow eventually to a new game, right? I'm guessing that's what he's trying to say. Basically, the developers seem to think that they could manipulate Last Origin's fans and lure them to their new game once Last Origin shut down. How similar to Project KV versus Blue Archive. Extremely similar, alright? So fans started piercing things together. The empty promises in the roadmap, the developer poaching, the lack of updates caused by manpower shortage, all the rumors about Smart Joy. It all started to make sense. The developers had been planning to ditch Last Origin all along. The community was furious, demanding answers. I mean, they should just shut it down, right? They should just... I think, isn't it shut down already, or is it fixed? I heard that it fixed. In response, Gentle Maniac held 2 Q&A live streams. Now you think a company in this situation would handle this cautiously? But nope, they just dug their own grave. The Q&A started with the usual PR fluff, answering harmless questions about game content, apologizing for the situation. But as the stream went on and the questions get tougher, they started sleeping. They started sleeping. They admitted the roadmap was a lie. Why would they admit that, man? If you lie about roadmap, just double down. Never tell people that you lie. Just double down and say, call the viewers stupid. That's how you do it. And so was their denial about developer poaching. They shouldn't have admitted, man. Never admit that you lie about the roadmap. Just Just double down, alright? Resources were diverted from Last Origin to multiple failed projects. And they didn't even bother with a proper handover despite having plenty of time, which severely undermined the game's development. They flat out admitted to abandoning Last Origin and said the best they could do was to create a good game that offers a great experience. Okay? And came the real kicker. Okay, one of them laughed off the questions about art director Jang Yang-wook overworking Sima, a beloved illustrator who had been with them since early Last Origin days, to the point of permanent wrist injury and needing surgery. So this guy, this illustrator, draws so much to the point he has wrist injury. I didn't know you can get a wrist injury from drawing too much. Is it possible? Because it's like, I understand that if you play sports, I get it, right? If you play sports like badminton or something that use your wrist a lot, but drawing, can you get like a wrist injury? That's crazy, man. Yeah, I wonder how much stress he has been putting on his wrist, because to the point that you need surgery, yeah. Because usually, like, as far as I know, when I see them draw, they usually draw on a drawing tablet. Maybe there's like a different pose or something, right? The injury was so severe that the artist had to quit drawing altogether. Damn! They have to compensate the artist for sure. You can also get back injury from drawing. Yeah, I wonder what would be too much, right? Like what would is it like 8 hours a day is too much? Because that's what most artists do. He's beating meat while drawing. Chill, man, chill. What do you mean beating meat while drawing? Can you get wrist injury if you beat too much meat? Damn. Okay, and then to top it off it, they had the nerve to use the artist's work in their recruitment PowerPoint. It's one thing for people to leave a toxic company, understandable. But their unprofessionalism and arrogance during those live streams enraged the entire fanbase. Bok had once promised to create a safe haven for people tired of predatory games, but fans now realized every word from him was a lie. Okay. Every word from him was a lie. The trust that he built over the 3 years completely shattered, and his company is remembered as one of the worst in the industry since the day. Do people actually believe him when he said, "Oh, don't worry, we promise we will make a game that is a safe haven from gacha predatory games. Our game is not going to be predatory. Our game is going to be free to play, by the way." Like, you can't believe a CEO that says that, right? I'm not going to believe a CEO that says that. Obviously, it's just trying to, like, you know, garner the players into your side, trying to, like, farm the sympathy and stuff. You can if you don't use the proper technique. These guys have zero respect for their work, their fans, or even their own staff. They will destroy their own game without a second thought. That's why I'm making this thread. Do not touch Horizon Walker or anything these jerks make if you value your time. There are plenty of good loot games out there. Brown Dust 2 is generous and constantly improving. Nikke has some artists that work on Last Origin, if you don't mind Tencent, and even Last Origin is faring unexpectedly well in the hands of Valve. Oh yeah, Last Origin, the entire IP was sold to this company called Valve. Yeah. Save yourself the trouble and avoid anything from Gentle Maniac. Avoid. Wow. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this drama? So do you guys think this drama was because this guy is a Brown Dust 2 player trying to push more players into Brown Dust 2 and Nikke, and trying to hit on what's this, Horizon Walker at the same time? Wow. Loot game. People who use fingers when drawing because of hand injury. You've never actually seen Last Origin gameplay? Yeah, better to not see it, right? Just don't see it. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know, right? 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Thanks for the warning. It is such a shame that Last Origin is in this state because of all of this mess, and I really don't understand what's with the recent trend of using company resources to make unrelated projects. Do you guys want my honest opinion about this? Do you guys want my honest opinion about this? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care, right? I feel like a lot of people are very... I notice there's more and more people, they are so invested in these kind of things. Or they are so company focused, right? They are like Hoyo fanboys, Kuro fanboys. Like, why does it matter, right? Just play a good game. If a game is good, I'm gonna play it. If a game sucks, I'm not gonna play it. It's that simple. I don't care about what happened between the company because that's not my problem, right? If Project KV stole from Nexon, good, steal. I'm gonna play it. If Genshin has a Genshin bootleg Tower of Fantasy 3, good, I'm gonna play it. I don't really care about what happens between the companies actually. Now, I don't want to go ahead and fight for the company. It's not my place, right? I'm a player. I'm here to enjoy good games. If a game is good, I don't care who makes it. Nexon makes it, Netmarble, like, people are so focused on the company that makes it, like, who cares, right? Yeah, I feel very weird when I see people like trying to go out of their way to hate a company or to try to fight for the company. These companies don't care about you, right? Just know, like, I see a lot. It's so sad that people keep doing this, especially for Apple. They keep fighting for Apple. You're Apple #1. I love Apple. Always buy Apple. iPhone, the latest and greatest iPhone. And then the moment they cannot afford an iPhone, they lose it, right? They lost. Apple don't care about these people at all. If what you make is good, game is a slave labor. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to... It's not that you don't want to care about it, but it's more like it's hard to care about these kind of things because you don't really know the truth of what actually happens behind the scenes. Because you only know so much from the product itself, right? Unless you go and like follow and investigate, especially with the Project KV and Nexon stuff. There could be more to it than that. You don't really know the intention of the developers. You don't even know like what are they doing or what's the true intention of what they try to achieve, right? It's always going to be like all of this complicated stuff. And I do think that all of these companies, they are interconnected in a way that, you know, some of them live and form their own company. It's not exactly uncommon actually. This also happened in the Western side of things as far as I'm aware. For example, like as far as I know, Kuro Game has some people that you know, like was it like removed from the company and then they go and form a new company. It happens a lot of times, right? The bad behavior of a company recurring in other games they develop, I think it makes sense to the account of the company issue. Yeah, but if you are a player, right? I get it, if you work in the company, you care about this. But if you're just a player, why would it matter to you, right? Like, I feel like at the end of the day, if a game is good, right? If I look at this game, if this game is good, I don't care who actually makes this game. I will play it for sure, right? Because for me, I do think that I care. Maybe I'm selfish, you know? Maybe you can call me selfish. I care about myself. I care about enjoying a good game. Anything else that's not related to that is not really... It's not really my problem, right? Even if I care about it, what can I do about it? Let's say this game copies another company. What am I going to do about it? Am I going to go sue them on behalf of the company? No. It's like, it's up to them to settle it themselves, right? But I do think that it is good to have this perspective or a different, you know, angle of things to look at from both sides. Write an essay. Yeah, I guess you can write an essay, right? But yeah, some people I noticed they are like over... it's fine to talk about it, right? Some people are like, they over-invest themselves in it to the point that they go and like investigate, spend 10 hours and look into this entire thing. Is like, I feel like that's like a bit obsessive if you ask me, right?